Elderly people who live past the age of 75 often work during the period between 65 and 75. Those who love life and care for themselves always pay attention to a beautiful and healthy lifestyle so that their later years are fulfilling. Dear friends, as you enter the age of 65 to 75, elderly people often believe they are enjoying a leisurely phase of life. However, few realize that familiar habits may silently shorten their lifespan. Small daily activities can sometimes become the reasons for declining health, making life more challenging in old age. There is nothing more precious than knowing how to take care of one's health and relying on oneself, as even dutiful children have their own lives and cannot always be there to care for you. As the saying goes, taking care of your health and being self-reliant is the greatest asset of old age. When we are self-sufficient, we not only live healthier but also maintain our independence and freedom. So, how can we avoid these harmful habits and live longer? Let's explore the habits that the elderly often fall into without realizing they are shortening their remaining lifespan. The period from 65 to 75 is the golden age of longevity. These are the 10 most important years that determine whether your life will be long or short. I have interviewed 10 elderly people living long lives around me and drawn 10 conclusions about longevity. Now, let's get started. Number 10. Don't rely on fortune telling. Let's face it, fortune telling can be fun, but putting your life decisions in the hands of a crystal ball or tarot cards isn't exactly the wisest strategy, especially when you're at the golden age of 65 and beyond. There's an old saying, 3 parts are determined by heaven, 7 parts by effort. Translation? Your life isn't a Netflix show directed by fate, it's a DIY project, and you've got the toolkit to shape it. Elderly people often turn to fortune tellers for reassurance about health or what the future holds. But let me tell you, the only person who can predict your future is you. Want to know your fate in 5 years? Look at your plate today. A balanced diet packed with veggies, fruits, and some indulgence here and there, because life is meant to be lived, will get you further than any horoscope. And let's not forget regular exercise. No need to attempt Olympic-level gymnastics, but a morning walk or gentle yoga can work wonders. Plus, it's a lot cheaper than having someone read your palm and tell you what you already know. Take care of your health. Another secret to a longer, happier life? A calm mind. Instead of worrying about whether Saturn is in retrograde or if Mercury has taken the wrong turn, practice mindfulness. A few deep breaths or a good laugh at your favorite sitcom can do wonders. Pro tip, if you ever feel the need to lighten your spirit, remember that even fortune tellers take weekends off. Life's too short to take everything seriously. So, ditch the mystical predictions and focus on the things within your control. Eat well, move often, and laugh as much as you can. Trust me, your future will thank you for it. After all, it's not fate that'll get you to 90, it's a lifetime of good choices and the occasional slice of cake. Number 9. Move carefully and avoid climbing high. Let's admit it, our bodies aren't the spry young things they used to be. As we age, we trade speed and agility for wisdom and, well, a few more aches and pains. That's why climbing high or moving carelessly is a no-go for those of us in our golden years. And no, I'll be fine is not a valid excuse when the ladder is wobbly and you're trying to fix that light bulb. Here's the deal, just one fall can lead to a cascade of trouble, bruises, broken bones, and a stern lecture from your children about taking it easy. Nobody wants to spend their later years confined to a bed because of one risky move. So, let's play it smart. First things first, safety begins at home. Make your space elder-friendly. Remove those pesky rugs that seem determined to trip you. Install grab bars in the bathroom, because nothing says smart living like avoiding an unexpected slip while showering. And if you absolutely must reach something high, let someone else handle it. Your pride may take a tiny hit, but your hips will thank you. Next, let's talk about moving carefully. Remember those days when you could leap over puddles without a care? Those days are behind us, my friend. Take your time, watch your step, and if you need a cane or walker for extra stability, use it. Think of it as your trusty sidekick, like Batman's Robin, only way cooler. Finally, know your limits. It's great to stay active, but climbing Mount Everest, or even your kitchen counter, isn't on the agenda anymore. Focus on safe, enjoyable activities like walking, yoga, or gardening. The goal is to stay strong and steady, not to test your luck. Remember, moving carefully isn't about slowing down, it's about staying upright, healthy, and ready to enjoy life, preferably from ground level. Bonus points if you're holding a cup of tea while doing it. Number 8. Accumulate wealth for old age. Let's face it, money might not buy happiness, but it does buy peace of mind, especially in your later years. As we grow older, a stable income becomes your golden ticket to enjoying life without turning into a financial burden on your children. After all, wouldn't you rather be the grandparent who treats their family to ice cream, not the one asking to borrow money for bills? The key here is financial independence. It's not just about having a pile of cash, it's about ensuring you can cover your daily expenses, unexpected medical bills, and the occasional splurge on things that bring you joy, like that fancy recliner or a cruise you've always dreamed of. Dependence on children can sometimes lead to awkward conversations and even conflicts. Nobody wants to start a family feud over unpaid utility bills. So how do you secure your financial fortress? It starts with early planning. If you're reading this and still have time before retirement, consider reasonable investments. Stocks, bonds, or even a small rental property can provide steady income. If you're already in your golden years, don't worry, it's never too late to budget wisely. Track your spending, cut unnecessary expenses, and focus on needs over wants. Here's a pro tip: learn to say no to the shiny stuff. That late-night infomercial promising the secret to eternal youth might sound tempting, but it's probably just snake oil. Save that money for things that matter, like quality healthcare or a stash of your favorite cookies for the grandkids. And remember, spending wisely doesn't mean being a miser. Treat yourself occasionally. A nice dinner, a day out, or a hobby you enjoy can enrich your life. You've worked hard, now let your money work hard for you. In the end, accumulating wealth isn't just about numbers in your bank account. It's about freedom, the freedom to live comfortably, without worry, and with the independence you've earned. Plus, who doesn't want to be the cool grandparent who slips a little cash into their grandkids' hands with a wink? Number 7. Don't overwork yourself. Let's put this bluntly, your body isn't a factory machine, and retirement isn't a suggestion, it's a reward for years of hard work. Between the ages of 65 and 75, pushing yourself to do heavy labor or overexerting without proper rest is like driving an old car at full speed on a bumpy road. It's bound to break down, and repairs don't come cheap. Health is invaluable, and this stage of life is when you should treasure it most. Sure, you might still feel like you can lift a bag of cement or carry all the groceries in one trip, because 2 trips are for the week, right? But overworking yourself can lead to serious health problems like heart issues, joint pain, or even strokes. And let's be honest, nobody wants to trade their garden time for hospital visits. Recognizing your limits is the first step. You've done your time in the trenches of hard work, whether it was raising a family, managing a career, or building a home. Now's the time to focus on lighter, more enjoyable activities. Gardening, walking, or even light DIY projects are great ways to stay active without pushing your body into overdrive. And please, don't feel guilty about taking breaks. Rest is not a luxury, it's a necessity. Treat it like a cup of tea, it's meant to be savored. Take naps, sit down with a good book, or simply enjoy the silence of a lazy afternoon. Think of it this way, by pacing yourself now, you're extending your warranty on health. Plus, when you're not overworked, you'll have more energy for the things that truly matter, like beating your grandkids at board games or embarrassing them with your dance moves at family gatherings. In the end, less heavy lifting and more mindful living will ensure that your golden years are truly golden. So, hang up that toolbox, or at least downsize it, and enjoy the lighter side of life. You've earned it. Number 6. Don't be overly frugal. Let's clear something up. Saving is good, but saving so much that you miss out on life? That's a no-no. Old age isn't about pinching every penny, it's about enjoying the fruits of your hard-earned labor. You've worked for decades, so why live like you're in an episode of Extreme Cheapskates? Some elderly folks save excessively out of habit or fear of running out of money. While it's wise to plan for the future, it's equally wise to remember that money can't come with you when you go. As the saying goes, you can't take it with you. What you can take, though, are memories of a life well lived, and trust me, those are worth every rupee, dollar, or pound. Start with the basics, spend on good food. Say goodbye to leftovers that should have been left over there in the fridge. Treat yourself to fresh, nutritious meals that keep you healthy and happy. Your body deserves the best fuel, especially now. Next, invest in comfortable clothing. You've earned the right to feel cozy and stylish at the same time. Say no to scratchy, worn-out sweaters and yes to that luxurious robe you've had your eye on. It's basically a hug you can wear. And don't forget new experiences. Whether it's traveling, taking a cooking class, or simply indulging in that dessert you always skip, life's too short for maybe later. Spoil yourself a little. Go ahead, book that trip, buy that new gadget, or try something you've always wanted to. Happiness isn't about hoarding, it's about enjoying. Of course, being wise with your money doesn't mean being wasteful. Balance is key. Spend where it matters, save where it doesn't, and remember, life is for living, not just surviving. So go ahead, enjoy your hard-earned cash. You deserve every penny of joy it brings. Number 5. Keep your old home. They say home is where the heart is, and for elderly individuals, it's also where the memories, comfort, and sense of stability are. Your old home isn't just bricks and mortar, it's a scrapbook of your life. Every corner tells a story, from the creaky floorboard that has always been there to the kitchen table where countless family meals were shared. As tempting as it might be to sell your home for a so-called better living arrangement, think carefully. A familiar environment provides more than just comfort, it gives you a sense of control and independence. Living in your own home means you call the shots, whether it's what's for dinner or how loud you want the TV. Selling your home to move in with your kids or downsize might sound like a practical idea, but it can lead to unintended consequences. Your children, no matter how loving, have their own lives and routines, and sharing a space could strain relationships. Plus, losing the freedom of your own space can make you feel dependent, and let's face it, you didn't survive all these years to ask permission to rearrange the furniture. Your old home also provides a sense of security. It's where you know exactly where the light switches are, how to jiggle the front door to lock it, and which spots have the best sunlight for your afternoon nap. In a new place, you'd have to start all over. Who has the patience for that? Of course, if your home truly becomes unmanageable or unsafe, changes might be necessary. But until then, enjoy the life you've built in your familiar surroundings. After all, there's no better place to sit back with a cup of tea, reminisce about the good times, and maybe laugh at how you once thought avocado wallpaper was a good idea. Number 4. Don't buy unnecessary health products. Let's be honest, those flashy ads promising miracle cures and fountain of youth pills are as trustworthy as a weather forecast that predicts sunshine during a hurricane. The truth is, not all health products live up to the hype. If they did, we'd all be living to 150, doing yoga on mountaintops, and eating cake guilt-free. Elderly individuals are often the prime targets for these gimmicks. From supplements that claim to boost memory to devices that reverse aging, the market is overflowing with promises that are too good to be true. And guess what? If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Instead of spending your hard-earned money on fancy packaging and hollow promises, invest in something more reliable, a healthy lifestyle. Start with the basics. Eat real, wholesome food instead of popping vitamins that might not even absorb properly. A plate of fresh fruits and vegetables does more good for your body than any overpriced super pill. And if you've got a sweet tooth, go ahead and indulge occasionally, just don't let dessert replace dinner. Next, schedule regular medical checkups. Your doctor knows your body better than any TV ad. They'll guide you on what's genuinely helpful versus what's just marketing fluff. Remember, a prescription from your doctor beats a sales pitch from someone in a white coat on YouTube. And let's talk about exercise. No gadget or cream can replace the benefits of a simple morning walk. It gets your heart pumping, your joints moving, and your spirits lifted, all without costing a dime. Lastly, save your money for things that truly bring joy, like a dinner with family, a trip to the beach, or a new hobby. The secret to good health isn't in a bottle or a machine, it's in the choices you make every day. So, skip the unnecessary products and focus on living your best, healthiest, and happiest life. That's the real miracle cure. Number 3. Don't argue with your partner. The joys of a lifelong partnership. Your spouse knows you better than anyone else, including where you hide the cookies and the exact tone of voice that drives you up the wall. But in old age, your life partner isn't just your roommate, they're your teammate, your confidant, and sometimes the only one who'll remind you where you left your glasses again. That's why avoiding unnecessary arguments is crucial. Let's be honest, at this stage of life, who has the energy for endless bickering? And let's not forget, winning an argument over something like the correct way to load the dishwasher doesn't actually feel like a victory. Instead, it leaves both of you feeling frustrated and drained. Maintaining a harmonious relationship is like tending a garden. It takes patience, understanding, and the occasional decision to let go of those pesky weeds, aka minor annoyances. So, when your partner forgets to pick up milk or tells the same story for the 3rd time this week, take a deep breath and let it slide. You've likely done the same, and they didn't hold it against you either. Humor can also work wonders in diffusing tension. Next time a disagreement starts to brew, crack a joke or flash a cheeky grin. It's hard to stay mad when you're laughing together, and isn't that what life is all about? Remember, as kids and grandkids become busier with their own lives, your partner is the one constant in your day-to-day world. They're your greatest source of emotional support and your co-pilot on this journey. So, treat each other with kindness, respect, and the occasional "I'll let you win this one" moment. In the end, it's not about who's right or wrong, it's about savoring the time you have together. A peaceful, happy partnership is the key to making the golden years truly golden. Plus, isn't it more fun to share a laugh than a cold shoulder? Number 2. Don't overlook sleep. Sleep, the nightly gift that keeps on giving, unless, of course, it doesn't. As we age, getting a good night's sleep can sometimes feel as challenging as programming the DVR. Why are there so many buttons? But here's the snooze-worthy truth: sleep is essential for maintaining health, especially for us seasoned folks. Sleep isn't just about rest, it's when our bodies do vital maintenance work like a nightly tune-up. Skipping on quality sleep can lead to memory lapses. Where did I leave my glasses? Mood swings, snapping at the toaster isn't productive, and even serious health issues like heart disease or a weakened immune system. Nobody wants to catch a cold because they missed out on some ZS. So, how do we improve our sleep? Establish a regular sleep routine. Try to go to bed and wake up at the same time every day, even on weekends. Your body thrives on routine. Remember when you used to tell the kids about the importance of bedtime? Well, it's time to take your own advice. Create a sleep-friendly environment. Make your bedroom a sanctuary. This means a comfortable mattress, ditch the one from the Reagan administration, cozy pillows, and breathable bedding. Keep the room dark, quiet, and cool. If your partner's snoring rivals a freight train, consider earplugs or a white noise machine. Limit screen time before bed. The blue light emitted by TVs, tablets, and smartphones can interfere with your sleep hormones. Try reading a book instead. And no, scrolling through channels doesn't count as reading. Watch your diet. Avoid heavy meals before bedtime. Spicy and acidic foods can cause heartburn, which is a surefire way to stay up all night. Limit caffeine and alcohol in the evenings. That after-dinner coffee might have been a staple once, but it's time to switch to decaf or herbal tea. Stay active during the day. Regular physical activity can help you fall asleep faster and enjoy deeper sleep. A morning walk or some light gardening can work wonders. Just don't overdo it right before bed unless you want to be counting sore muscles instead of sheep. Manage stress. Stress and anxiety can keep anyone up. Practice relaxation techniques like deep breathing, meditation, or gentle stretching. And remember, it's okay to let go of the small stuff like the neighbor's dog that won't stop barking or the mystery of the missing left sock. Avoid long daytime naps. While a short nap can be refreshing, long or irregular naps during the day can interfere with nighttime sleep. If you must nap, keep it under 30 minutes and not too close to bedtime. Remember, sleep is not a luxury, it's a necessity, just like that first cup of tea in the morning. By paying attention to your sleep habits and making a few adjustments, you can improve the quality of your rest. Sweet dreams are made of this, and who are we to disagree? So tonight, fluff those pillows, slip into something comfortable, and let yourself drift into a peaceful slumber. Your body and mind will thank you, and you'll be ready to tackle the next day's adventures, like figuring out where the grandkids hid the TV remote this time. Number 1. Avoid comparing yourself to others. Comparing yourself to others is like running a race where everyone's track is different, pointless and exhausting. In your golden years, it's tempting to look around and think, why is Bob still jogging at 85 while I get tired just tying my shoes? Or how does Sheila always seem to have perfect hair at this age? But let's get real, comparison is the thief of joy, and nobody has time for that. Life is not a competition, and there's no prize for having the most impressive retirement. Each of us has walked a unique path with different challenges, achievements, and experiences. Instead of fixating on what others have, focus on the blessings in your own life. Good relationships, fond memories, and personal accomplishments are treasures no one can take away from you. Start by practicing gratitude. Take a moment each day to reflect on what you're thankful for: your family, your health, even if it's not perfect, or simply the joy of sipping your favorite tea in the morning. Gratitude is like a muscle, the more you use it, the stronger it gets. And let's add a dash of humor. Next time you feel the comparison bug creeping in, remind yourself that everyone has their quirks. Bob may be jogging, but maybe he's also wearing socks with sandals, a fashion crime. Sheila's hair might be perfect, but she could be hiding it under a wig. The point is, everyone has their struggles, they're just not always visible. Acceptance is the ultimate key to peace. Embrace your life as it is, wobbly knees and all. Celebrate what you've achieved and laugh off what you haven't, because laughter truly is the best medicine. And who cares if Bob or Sheila seems to have it all? You've got something they don't: your unique, irreplaceable self. So, the next time you feel the urge to compare, remember this: life isn't about keeping up with others, it's about enjoying the view from your own lane. Plus, your lane probably has better snacks anyway. Let us know in the comments what resonated most with you. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe for more meaningful discussions. Until next time, take care of yourselves and cherish each moment.